Welcome to Last of the Romans NCAA 14 College Football Revamped 2024 Groundhog Day Dynasty with Notre Dame, Michigan, and Texas. And we've got a Week 12 matchup against number 24 Florida. I probably won't comment too much on this game. Guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I've been having kind of a dilemma because I found out I can actually play single player against the CPU on my laptop, but I don't really like recording on my laptop as much. Yeah, that's really the only reason why I haven't done it so far. But the other thing is every game is like tense with these sliders. Even if I'm facing like, I don't know, Abilene Christian or something, I'm not even sure, but like some small school with a major university like Georgia, it's still, neck and neck the whole way. So I kind of feel like maybe that the way that I'm doing it, user versus user, is actually potentially just more realistic, because it doesn't play up to the teams that I'm playing. Both teams are constrained by the talent that they have, so I don't know. I will probably play some CPU versus user. I might start like another Dynasty just for that, and probably it will upload at a slower rate than the two that I have started. And I really don't know if I really want to start another one, so I've already recorded like 2 episodes for it, but I don't know. I feel like 3 Dynasties is too many to be juggling at the same time, as well as a Madden Dynasty. The other thing I found with playing the CPU with these sliders is that it's like just unstoppable, the AI offenses. Like I'll run blitz after run blitz, and they're still just running all over me. That was a terrible decision. Should not have thrown that. Just glad it didn't get picked. But I did have the thought of moving all of my franchises, all my dynasties that is, over to the laptop so that I could just play against the CPU. But yeah, I guess it's really a drawback. I've noticed some drawbacks, at least, with going up against the CPU. And then there will be times where like I'll go like 5 and 15 with Dylan Gabriel, who's supposed to be a good quarterback in this game. Accuracy's really low, but I guess that is something I'm already dealing with. That like it's already set that low. It's just streaky at times. Like with Dylan Gabriel, it was because I was running in Oregon Georgia Dynasty. And he was just really streaky with Gabriel. Sometimes he would be hitting everything, and then sometimes he'd just hit nothing at all. He'd just completely whiff on passes. Like, it would be a pass to the sideline, and he'd hit the safety over the middle in cover 3 or something like that. I had also thought about maybe just like rolling dice to determine what the defense calls, but I don't want to roll dice every play, so I'm just gonna keep calling it like I call it. I definitely have really good games, user versus user. His last game with Notre Dame was pretty tight, and Notre Dame actually lost, so it's pretty challenging. If I was blowing the CPU out of the water every time, then I'd think about switching. But it's, you know, there's been games that have been defensive, there's been, oh, what is that? Why did the running back go to the left? But yeah, there's been some pretty good variety of games, and I like the outcomes, so I probably will just stick with these dynasties, playing them like I am. Versus Dynasty that I'm doing on my laptop, that one doesn't have any commentary so far, and I think I might just continue that. I don't know. Because I don't really think, I'm not really sure at least that my dialogue helps anything. I kind of feel like it just takes away from the game, but I don't know, some people prefer having commentary, so that's why I try it. But me just, you know, telling you what happened just doesn't really make sense, because you can see what happened. You know, you don't need me to tell you, you know, it's not radio. I guess that's what confuses me about play-by-play and you know, play-by-play commentary, even for NFL games, is that, you know, you can see it. You don't need to, it's not radio, like I said. With radio, the, one of the philosophies was nothing happens until you say it happens with play-by-play. And that's true for radio, but it's not really, it doesn't really make sense for TV. Really tried to thread the needle there, and you really should have had that. Sorrel? No, that's Broughton. Broughton. Definitely stood in the pocket for a while, but I just wasn't seeing anything. Yeah, and then the unfortunate thing for like color commentary for these videos is that I don't know college football nearly as well as I know NFL level. So like I could tell you a whole bunch of stuff about the NFL, but college football I'm still really kind of learning a bit. I mean, I know all the teams that are major teams, at least the ones in the game. Know a little bit of Division II football, but yeah, I mean by now I can recognize the rosters and tell you who plays quarterback for most teams, but I don't, know what everyone's recruit rank is, for instance. There's a lot of things that I am just not fully educated on, and that was a terrible throw. I saw the safety, I just thought I could throw over him. And that's the worst kind of mistake for a quarterback, is when you just think that your arm is like too good that you're going to be able to float it over the safety. But no, it just doesn't happen. Well, and I also kind of felt like he was going down to the flat because he did make a move that was towards the flat, so I thought he was on a different coverage, but he was not. Mertz has yet to complete a pass. Well, there's his first completion. Yeah, I am really enjoying NCAA 14 Revamped. I like recruiting quite a bit, and I find the games quite fun as well. I don't really notice too much of a drop-off from playing Madden to this, really. I mean, there's things that I would want them to bring from Madden into the new game. Like, I definitely want RPOs. That's an absolute need, is RPOs. And then I want better oh wow. I want better physics for deep balls, like 50-50 balls, contested catches. And really, they're both kind of bad at it, so they need to make an improvement in that. That's one of the biggest things that change about Madden. I'd also add a play creator, although I know it's potentially exploitative online. Wow, Baxter's got nothing but space. That was a great run. Well, that's one thing that I like about NCAA 14 better than Madden, is Madden is afraid of these big plays. Somebody would have like zoomed in and tackled him, I'm sure. Like, I don't get a lot of 50-yard runs and big 25-yard runs with Madden, I feel like. I mean, I guess that's a little bit the difference in the game, because at the college level you can just have somebody who's really, really fast and they'll just burn past everybody else. And that's not really possible in the NFL because everybody's fast. So that, limits big plays, but I feel like it's definitely in general that Madden is limiting big plays more than it should. Because you definitely don't get a lot of big throws either. Like, The guy's got to be wide open. If it's contested, it's the 50-50 balls are like 90-10 at best in favor of the cornerback or defensive back. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the new game. I think it's going to be really good. And even if it isn't, then I can always play this again. I'm not even worried about it, really. Like, some people are worried that the new game's going to be terrible, but if it is, I'm just going to be playing this, so it doesn't really make a difference for me. I've waited long enough for a college football game. It's not going to, you know, be a big difference if it's bad. Just keep waiting for a good game. But if it comes out for PC and Sabo's mod comes out for it, then I'm going to be really excited for the new game. But I still haven't heard them announce that it's going to be for PC, so I really doubt that they will release it for it. Which is a shame, because it's definitely an underrated market, I feel like. And I definitely think that a lot of CEOs are realizing now that getting games out on PC is the way to go, because they can make more money, reach a broader audience. And I kind of wonder if we're even going to have consoles. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of dying out, that it's PC gaming is really the future. And I don't mean to like start a console war over that. I'm fine if you have a console, that's great. I've got a PS5. I would have a Xbox if they had exclusives that I wanted. But yeah, I'm good with just the PS5 for now. I don't have a preference between them. It was just MLB The Show was on PS5 at the time. I think it's on Xbox now as well. But that was kind of the decision maker for me, because I don't know, I find baseball to be, I guess, de-stressing. I just relax and play baseball, because that's the sport that I grew up playing. I was a pitcher for years into high school even. It's just I kept injuring my arm, and it just wasn't worth it to keep playing, because it hurt so bad, like throwing. I couldn't even throw an eraser without it hurting. And that was even like years after I stopped pitching. So I definitely, and I had felt a pop in my arm, and I lost a bunch of velocity, so I'm pretty sure I haven't had or have a torn UCL. I don't know if it's still torn or not. I can throw okay now, but it's still not as fast as I used to be able to throw. I'm still like, struggling to hit, I'd say 70 even. I'm not sure I could hit 70 right now. But I used to be able to throw pretty fast. One of the problems I have with playing baseball, though, at least in video game form, is that I never reached the point as a pitcher where I had to like worry about where I was placing the ball as much. Like, I didn't have to deceive players. I didn't have to deceive my hitters to like strike them out. I could just throw heat down the middle pretty much and get guys out. Although I was pretty good actually at placing the ball. I only hit like 2 people in my entire however many years I played baseball, probably like 8. It'd be more than 8, I would think. Well, in any case, I mean, I started with T-ball back when I was like 6 or whatever, so I probably played 10 years then, maybe 11. But in any case, I only hit 2 people the entire time, and I was a pitcher from my second year of actual pitch baseball and not just T-ball. Yeah, so I pitched quite a bit. But I was only really good, I think, because I couldn't really, well, I could throw a 2-seam and a 4-seam, and they're actually faster than what I tended to throw. But my go-to pitch was a palm ball, basically, just all my fingers on the ball, and I would just throw it as hard as I could, and it didn't go as fast as the 2-seam or the 4-seam, because you're losing velocity when you hold it like that. But what you do get from a palm ball thrown at max velocity is a natural sinking motion, and it was pretty late sinking action too, so it was really hard for young hitters to get a grasp on, because they would see it and then right at the last minute it would go, a few inches down in the zone, so it evaded a lot of bats that way. Yeah, what really got me was trying to throw just too many different pitches, and well, my team had to lean on me quite a bit, so I ended up throwing a lot more innings than I should have, and it eventually cost my arm. So yeah, I don't recommend trying to throw a slider until you're old enough. And I couldn't tell you what age to start throwing that. I just wouldn't until you're like at least, I don't know, until somebody tells you that it's safe to, because it's not a natural motion for your arm, and it puts a lot of strain on the UCL. But yeah, I could throw a slider. I could throw a bit of a curveball. It wasn't a great curveball. The slider was much better, actually. And then I tried to learn a circle change, but that was like a circle change. Like, just look at the grip on that, and if you've never seen it before, and just try to imagine trying to be accurate while gripping the ball like that. I could never really get the hang of it. I never felt comfortable throwing a changeup. So I was preferring to just throw it as hard as I can in whatever area I thought would be the best. Like, with big hitters, I always found that they liked just garbage pitches up and in. So I'd throw some garbage up and in, not off-speed stuff, but just like a fastball that I'm not putting everything on. And up and in, they would often just whiff on it. But the classic was just throw it as hard as I can right down the middle. I usually kept the ball really low in the zone, because it forces a lot of ground balls if you throw it low in the zone. And with my natural sinker, I ended up getting a lot of ground balls. But yeah, I mean, the guys that I was about as good as in baseball, they only made it to like, well, I think the best of us made it to like Purdue or some Indiana University. I can't remember which, but that was it's one of my rivals, and yeah, I guess he had a pretty good baseball career. Making it to Division I baseball is pretty impressive. I didn't even try going to college for it because my arm was just wrecked. And his brother, or no, his, not his brother, his uncle, that rival of mine who made it, Cubs too. I can't remember. It was Mark Mulder was the name of the guy. And yeah, I'll have to look up how far Braden made it. I had pitching coaches that were active players. Like they played. My one pitching coach was a Padre, and he played in their minor league. I think he was a or a AA level, and he would just train me during his off season. He's a somewhat interesting guy. Had to fire him after he showed up like really drunk to a session, but he was a pitcher for the Padres, but he hit a home run this one time where the ball bounced and then he hit it off of the bounce over the fence, and that was his favorite play that he made because he told it to everybody. And now I'm telling it to you. So that's the legend of my pitching coach. Also, I had went to Tom Glavin's pitching academy when I was young. That was really good, I think, for me to learn how to pitch. And one of the drills that they had me do, I think, really affected my ability to throw accurately. Which was, I mean, it's a simple drill. It's just they had a traffic cone, and they put a baseball on top of that traffic cone, and then I was supposed to hit that baseball with another one. And I got good enough with that I would, in high school, to just mess around. Even in middle school, I think I did this. But one of the ways that I would train my accuracy and just have fun, really, is I would throw one ball up in the air as high or as far as I could, and then I would chuck another ball after it fast as I could to try and hit that first ball as it descended to the earth. And I could get like 5 of them in a row. Like, I remember being pretty good at it. I also Randy Johnson to Bird once, but it didn't explode, and it was a different situation. I was playing outfield, and it wasn't a game. It was just the pregame warm-up where they were like hitting some fly balls to us, and I threw a ball back in just as some kind of goose, probably a Canadian goose, so don't tell Canada, but yeah, I hit that hit the goose pretty bad, and it didn't even fall out of the sky though, so I guess the goose is, probably totally okay, although probably totally dead now too, because it's been quite a while. But yeah, it wasn't really like a near-death experience like that bird that Randy Johnson destroyed. I don't even think that was near-death. I'm pretty sure that bird's dead too. But yeah, I don't even remember it losing that many feathers. It might have lost like 1 or 2 feathers, but it was just funny to hit the bird. And then the other thing is, it was kind of revenge, because years earlier when I was like, I don't know, I was pretty young, and I was playing baseball, and it was right before a game, and this goose, it bombed me. Like, it dropped the bomb on me, and it hit me in the shoulder, and I was not very happy. Yeah. I remember throwing the ball after it then too, but I didn't get it. So I hope it's the same bird. I really do. That bird, needed the karma. was terrible. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, I was trying to throw it to circle and I hit box instead. Well, that's 2 picks now for Texas. 1 thrown by Ewers, so it's 3 total. And he gets sacked. Yeah, I'm really not sure how Quinn Ewers is going to do this season. It's a total mystery, because obviously Texas fans are really hoping he does well, and NFL scouts are like, yeah, this guy, he could be one of the best quarterbacks for the next draft, but from what I've seen, he's looked really shaky. He's good in the game, though, so I'm happy for that. Ran my guys into each other, but hey, whatever. If it works, it works. Yeah, the issue in baseball right now is all these UCL injuries, and having had one, I can tell you it's definitely just throwing sliders and curveballs and just everything with as much RPM as possible. That's what's causing it. These pitchers are trying to front like it's the pitch clock, but the pitch clock has nothing to do with it, I assure you. That was another terrible pass. But yeah, I pitched as fast as I could. I mean, I did tear my UCL, but I did always, you know, get straight up to the into my stance and then pitch as fast as I could, you know, because there's people watching and they don't want to watch you just walk around on the mound and adjust everything and, you know, do all this stuff that's not pitching. They want to see you throw the ball, so I'd never need a pitch clock like they have in MLB. They would have to hold me back from throwing the ball. I mean, I'd let the batter get ready, but it was coming in as soon as they were ready. I wasn't wasting time. But some players, like pitchers, are especially superstitious and will get into rhythms and habits that, you know, can affect things like how fast they get the ball to the plate on average, you know, which is why the pitch clock was needed, because some guys have just a really in-depth ritual for what they're going to do before they pitch. You know, like some people are like, gotta adjust their cap, you know, gotta do this with their glove, gotta do this, and yeah. It's not even just superstition, you just get into the habit of doing those things as a pitcher. So it is 24 to 10. I have not really been paying attention to the score or anything like that. Mertz has not looked great, that's all I can really say, and both of Ewers' touchdowns are... No, he's got 3 touchdowns now, so 2 of them were running though. But yeah, that was a terrible pick. That was a terrible pick. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty because I had to take a week and a half break or 2-week break. That's not really an excuse, it's just, you know, it's definitely a combination of me not reading coverages perfectly and also just thinking that I can make throws that just can't be made in this game. Or maybe anywhere. With the big gain there. Yeah, I love the run game in NCAA 14. It's a lot of fun to actually have runs that will do something. Because in Madden, I'm like, I don't know, expecting 3.5 yards a carry, and that's not really accurate. But you know, I definitely don't get as many good runs, and it just, you know, makes sense. Obviously, the difference from NFL to college, but it's just fun. Oh man, I really tried to thread that between 3 guys. He had a spot too. If that ball's thrown a little differently, there's technically, I mean, there was a window there. It's just not a big one, especially if the middle linebacker is reading the pass. Yeah, part of the reason I don't have a problem playing against myself really is I don't really remember the defensive play calls, which is why I often have to read. Well, I mean, I always have to read the coverage myself because I just don't really remember, and I don't look at it very much. I don't know. I tend to call the plays quickly and hope for the best. And I think the games have turned out really competitive, and you know, I can beat the CPU on Heisman with these sliders even, but like I've said, the drawbacks being that every team is, ooh, that's a close one. And did he get out of the end zone there? Because that's not good. Yeah, I tried to fit that one into the receiver for the linebacker, but yeah. Ooh, good. It's at the 20. Yeah, that's a horrible game for Mertz. That's his 3rd interception. I'm gonna say though, I don't know, that one, it was partially me trying to fit the ball into a non-existent window, really. But also I feel like the route and the throw could have been better if, you know, it was like I had imagined it. He would have caught it open space, but it just, the receiver didn't run towards the open space, and the pass was just not as well placed as I would have liked. There's a big pickup. A 1-yard gain by Isaiah Bond. That'll be nice for the stat sheet, especially for people playing fantasy football in points per reception leagues, because full point for that. Ooh, I had that guy open deep. I just needed another like half a second, like a quarter of a second. Yeah, see, I was going to throw it and then got whacked. Didn't read the blitz. If it was a blitz, it might have just been a stunt. I don't know. Well, this is an unenviable 3rd and 15. Let's see if we can make something happen. There we go. Oh. Yeah, that's why I wanted that route deeper. When it adjusts that route with the whatever the hot route is that tends to take it to the first down line, it doesn't adjust far enough, and so that happens. It needs to be another like 5 yards out in that route. I gotta check the Florida depth chart. I have not looked at it yet. So they've got Clay Millen, the Colorado State guy, I think he was, and they've got an 87 freshman, Lagway. That's pretty cool. They've got some good running backs, a couple of freshmen too. Webb is a freshman, redshirt. Daniels is just a true freshman. They probably should have redshirted him. He might get redshirt with that if I use the one mod. Might be able to get him one if he didn't play that many snaps. Tight end's pretty good. They've got a freshman that's an 85. Their line is really good. That's actually a really, really good line. I don't know what's going on with left end here. I'm going to auto reorder. Yeah, so that'll be Pyburn now. That'll definitely help them. I don't know why they had a 47 guy in there. Yeah, they got a really good team outside of that. I might need to go into the files and change their depth chart. I don't really know how to do that, but it probably won't be that hard to figure out. Alright then. He just ran up and stole the ball. This is going to be a Texas route. I should not have waited for that route. Got greedy. Man, that new Fallout show is really good. As I almost threw another interception. interception. That was a risky one. Cuba. Safety blitz, so switch into a quick pass. Yeah, I don't know if I actually called a safety blitz or not, so. Oh, Makuba. Yeah, it's definitely backup time for this game. 5 turnovers for Florida, that's a disaster. Almost stepped out of bounds too, he might have even. This is a rout. I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened. They turned the ball over a whole lot, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really happy with this game. But it's already 3 quarters in, and I don't feel like restarting, so yeah, it's a rout. Yeah, they gotta get Mertz out of there. Well, since Lagway's not on a red shirt, might as well try him out. attempt. Oh. Yeah, tried to fit that one between 3 guys. 3 defenders, that is. Blue. He almost blew it. For CJ Baxter. Yeah, what is Ewers doing in there? It's a 35-point lead. They're not going to lose that. Wonder if Arch Manning is actually going to play at all this year. Oh man, I thought he could fit it over him. Definitely looked close. I think that's just a really great athletic play by the defensive back there. I don't think that happens every time. Throw there. 6 turnovers now for Florida. Hopefully none of the playoff games go like this. It's just not even close. But I did say this was one of the advantages of playing user versus user is sometimes, well, especially when the talent level isn't the same, you can still have, routes. Whereas with, not Sabo's mod, but OXTA sliders in the base game, no, just OXTA sliders, that is, against CAI, can be, it's like they're always playing up to your talent level. You never see quarterbacks really struggle. I guess I'll have to play more against the AI, and but it seemed to be true because like I played Kentucky, and Kentucky against Georgia is just not a close matchup, but they made it close. Yeah, it was a case of me calling run blitzes every single play and them still just running it down my throat. And I don't understand why that would happen with Georgia. But those sliders are really good. I like the challenge. I was definitely worried about that throw because that was not a big window and not a lot of room for error. touchdown here so they can say that they only lost by twice as many points. It's not that bad, really. Only doubled our point total. Yeah. That one I kind of figured. I just thought I could maybe fit it over him. That ball's got to have a different arc if it's going to be complete. And it's really hard to control the arc in these games. I don't even think you really can. Madden's a bit better with the way they do it now, but it's still not ideal. Gotta get 2 yards here for Baxter to get him back to 160. There we go. And that should be it. Blessedly, the game is at an end. So Ewers was really good. 1 interception though. Arch was not great. Neither Florida quarterback was good. The run game was good though. So was ours. Their one tackle kind of had a welcome to the college football moment. Having given up 3 sacks. Of course, their defensive line had a field day too. Interceptions were by Hill, 2 of them. 1 for Blackshire, 1 for Filson, 1 for Makuba, 1 for Blackwell. Yeah, it was a good game for Texas's defense, that's for sure. They did give up a lot of rushing yards, but can't be unhappy with that performance. 17 points against Florida. Yeah, that's a really good result for them. Georgia barely surviving Ole Miss. But yeah, the story of that game was definitely turnovers. I hope to never see a repeat of that. Well, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.